Hi guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. So today I have another Bath & Body Works candle review to share with you. This is Cranberry Woods, and this is obviously this year's rendition of Cranberry Woods. Label is very different from previous releases of this fragrance. I have actually loved Cranberry Woods for a number of years. I think I remember maybe purchasing it back as far as 2011 or 2012. I think it was right around that time is when I really started getting into this scent, and I have regularly purchased it every year that they have re-released the fragrance. It is a very heavy scent, so it's probably not for everybody, but I'll kind of get into the description and what I take away from it here in a second. But you can see that the label this year is definitely a lot brighter, and the wax is much more of a bright fire engine red versus the more maroon, almost plummy wax color that they've had in the past for Cranberry Woods. It's almost like they're trying to lighten it up. For me personally, I prefer like the darker labels that they used to have and the darker wax color, but that's completely that's just being nitpicky. I do like the lid that they have with this collection, and I have it propped up next to the candle there so that you guys can see it. It is embossed, so it's just a beautiful maple leaf that's embossed onto the top of the lid, and it's kind of a brushed gold type of finish. It's really, really pretty. I do love the lid. As far as the fragrance, to me it smells basically like the same formulation that they've had for Cranberry Woods for quite a number of years. I really don't smell anything different, so I'm very happy with that. Sometimes they can tweak things here and there, but to me this just is very true to one of the first candles that I ever picked up in this fragrance. So I'm glad that they haven't changed it, because there's nothing wrong with it. So obviously I like this fragrance. You can probably tell. The description that they have for Cranberry Woods is tart cranberry, cinnamon bark, forest cedar, and golden amber. So really what I smell in this is you definitely get that really tart cranberry note. That's the kind of the first thing that hits you. You do smell amber. I don't really get much cinnamon. I could see where maybe some people with more sensitive noses could maybe pick the cinnamon up, but it's not something that's noticeable to me. I really actually don't like a lot of cinnamon in my candles. I feel like it just makes them smell too like craft store-ish. So I tend not to like cinnamon because of that. Not that I have a bad connotation of like craft stores, but I just don't want my house to smell like a Michael's. So that golden amber, that really heavy woodsy note is definitely very abundant in this. I don't know if I would call it forest cedar per se, but it is a very woodsy note. This is a very dark, heavy, seductive, romantic type of fragrance. I always tend to put this one in my bedroom, honestly. It's a very romantic, like bedroom type of candle fragrance to me. So that is typically where I'll put Cranberry Woods. But a lot of times during like December, when like right before Christmas, I tend to crave this fragrance downstairs. It burns really well in combination with any like Christmas tree type smelling candles. So balsam fragrances, it blends really well with any type of pine fragrances. And I think it's because this has a good woodsy blend to start with. So I will tend to actually bring this one downstairs during December around Christmas time. And like I said, it just blends beautiful with a lot of like the Christmas tree scented candles that come out at that time. So in terms of performance, this one's pretty flawless, honestly. This is my second day burn. There is a good solid 1-inch wax pool. The flames are not super high. This does not have the wicks that get those huge, they don't get the huge like mushroom tops, if that makes sense. The The wicks aren't too thick and they're not too thin. They do tend to like curl over just a little bit, which can be kind of irritating. But overall, I'm very pleased with the performance of this. The throw is like a 9. Like this candle is not one of those like subtle fragrances. Like you better want to smell it. This wouldn't be something that I would light necessarily if I was going to have company over who was sensitive to fragrance, because I think some people would find this possibly headache inducing. Like my husband thinks this is a little bit too strong. I put the strength of it right around at an 8 or a 9 as well. Like just the strength and the throw are pretty intense on this. So be prepared. I almost wish that it had just a slightly less intense throw and burn, because I feel like if this was a little bit more subtle, it could be more guest friendly. But I mean, I like to really smell my candles when I'm burning them, so it's fine by me. It's just not something that I can light when I'm having a bunch of people over to the house, if that makes sense. But I love this scent. I'm really glad that they keep bringing it back. Like I said, don't really care for the wax color this year. Don't necessarily care for the label. I feel like with the type of fragrance it is, it needs to be a much more like dark, woodsy. If you guys will remember back to, I think it was 2011, the label where they had like just the silhouette of like the dark woods, and the wax really was almost like a burgundy plum type of shade. That was my very favorite label for Cranberry Woods. Like that is the one that I think I would like to see them go back to, but who am I to say what label to put on the candles? So 2 thumbs up for me. I love it. If you've never tried it, definitely give this one a try. It will definitely blow you out of the water in terms of strength and throw. And I just think that the fragrance is really, really beautiful. So I have a couple backups from the last couple of years, so I don't think I'm going to grab any more in this particular packaging here, because I imagine it'll be back again next year. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts of Cranberry Woods are down below in the comments, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.